John Cena wins the Intercontinental Championship. Nikki Bella turns heel. What didn't happen this week in WWE?
This is Bretto live on YouTube.
What is going on, guys? Bretto live back on the video, and today we're going to be talking about Monday Night Raw. We're going to be talking about Friday Night Smackdown in a WWE action figure setup style. Starting off with Monday Night Raw here from Boston. John Cena's last time in Boston. You guys know how rare this shirt is right here. I'm lucky to be wearing this. This thing is sold out. It is gone. Massive Monday Night Raw here with a lot of ups and some downs. We're going to start off with Monday Night Raw, so let's do it. So we opened up the show with Triple H, and at first I was like, why is Triple H opening the show? Does he have a big announcement or something? Then I remembered, I was like, oh yeah, Boston. He's going to introduce John Cena for the last time in Boston. John Cena makes his entrance, talks about his final match at the Saturday Night Main Event, how it's not only going to be about him, it's going to be about young NXT upstarts as well, which I'm really excited to see. And then he gets interrupted by Dominic Mysterio, and tonight was not the night. He ran into an invincible John Cena. So after Dom disrespected John Cena, Triple H decided to make an Intercontinental Championship match that John Cena wins. This is outrageous. I wanted John Cena to fight Dominic Mysterio so bad on his farewell tour, and he finally did, but I wasn't expecting it to be for the Intercontinental Championship, and John Cena has done it. He has won every single main card WWE Championship there is to win in WWE. He beat Dom, attitude adjustment, rolled through from the splash. Crazy stuff. Dom looked to cheat in this match, steel chair, a little Eddie shot, didn't work out. John Cena is the Intercontinental Champion. I love it. I thought John was going to put over Dom, and I could see people complaining about this. I understand, you know, Dom's a hot heel right now. I could understand why he'd be a little pissed off about this, but come on. It's John Cena's final run. It's one of his final dates. Give him the Intercontinental Championship. Heck of a way to open up the show. John Cena would get congratulated by multiple people backstage, including Cody Rhodes, which I thought was really cool. Cody was on Raw. Well, AJ Styles and Dragon Lee are still World Tag Team Champions, so it's time for a tag team name. Dragon Lee had the idea of dragons with style. I don't know about that. AJ Styles said, alright, we're gonna work on that. So they're gonna get back to Pierce on that, and they want challengers. Becky Lynch getting the early jump on Maxine, so I guess Maxine's ready to go. She got her training or whatever from Natalya, I would assume, so now she's ready for her Intercontinental Championship match next week, and Becky's like, nah, I'm gonna get a little cheap shot in on her, and good, dude. Straight now, Maxine Dupree, honestly, like, she's getting all this time to prepare and all this. Low-key, I'm normally not on Becky Lynch's side here, but I'm on Becky's side this time, brother. Hopefully she retains her IC title, but I don't see it happening, low-key. The last time is now. Tournament begins. Rusev versus Damian Priest. Solid match. Damian Priest was selling his eye injury the entire match, so Rusev kind of targeted that. Would win with the Machka kick. Did anybody catch the contact that Damian Priest had in his one eye? Because, of course, Aleister Black burned his eyes, right? So he had like a red contact in. I thought that was pretty cool. But yeah, Rusev takes a dub, and he wants Cena. He wants to retire John Cena. He was literally doing this all match. You can't see me. That'll be a flash from the past. Rusev versus Cena. I wouldn't be opposed to it. The World Heavyweight Champion CM Punk, after getting punched in the face last week with brass knuckles by Logan Paul, he doesn't want to talk. He wants to fight. So he calls out Logan Paul. But Logan Paul brings back up. Logan Paul is kind of like a new member of the Vision, but it feels temporary. It really does. It feels like they're just throwing him in there for War Games, but he comes out backed up by the Bronze, but then Punk gets backed up by Jay. And Punk also gets backed up by the brand new Camo Cody. Yeah, I'm just going to start calling him Camo Cody. So we got a nice little 3-on-3 action going on here, but there's still 2 more members that we need to add to each group. You guys already know what's going on with this. War Games! Punk, Jay, and Cody fight off the Vision, and then later backstage, we get a nice cameo from William Regal, who just literally walks in the frame and says, War Games! We're gonna get it, but it has my interest. Who are the other 2 members for each team going to be? Will we possibly see Roman Reigns team with these guys to take on the Vision? I don't know, but they need 2 more members. It needs to be 5-on-5, brother. Oh, it feels good to be right, doesn't it? Last week, it was announced that Raquel Rodriguez was gonna get a World Women's Championship match up against Stephanie Vaquer, and she did. Raquel came up short. We all knew that was gonna happen. Nikki Bella was on ringside to kind of take out Roxanne Perez, and she did. And most of us thought that Nikki was just gonna, yeah, congratulate Stephanie. Hey, great job, Steph. No! Boom! Whack! Right to the face with the World Women's Championship. Nikki Bella drops Stephanie Vaquer, and now Nikki Bella is once again heel. I prefer a heel Nikki Bella, bro. She's way better as a Punk hot heel. She holds up the World Women's Championship. Championship, and she's coming after Stephanie Vaquer. I love this. In San Diego, War Games, it's gonna be a heck of a match. A heel Nikki Bella has my interest, and I called it last week. Just saying, if you don't believe me, check out last week's Week in Review, baby. Match number 2 in the John Cena Farewell Tournament, Nakamura versus Sheamus. Pretty nice to see, you know, SmackDown superstars over here on Raw, like Shinsuke, like Damian Priest. Nakamura came up a little short up against Sheamus here. Sheamus would hit the bro kick, taking down Nakamura. A little show of respect after the match, which is always interesting to see from Nakamura, because he was like recently heel. So to see him like respect his opponents and not like drop his opponents right away after the match is weird. So Nakamura's 100% face, as we all know. Sheamus wins, and he's one step closer to fighting John Cena in the final match. Would also not be opposed to it. More matches announced in the John Cena Farewell Tournament. No, it is not going to be Swerve Strickland versus Gunther. It's going to be Javon Evans versus Gunther. That was announced by Adam Pearce. Cannot wait for that. The returning Gunther, Javon Evans. Watch Javon Evans win that. He deserves that, bro. Screw Gunther, man. I don't want to see Gunther versus Cena in the final match, even though most likely, now that Cena's the Intercontinental Champion, I could see it going that way. And it's also going to be Solo versus a mystery person. Who that is, we'll find out next Monday night on Raw. I have no freaking clue. 16-man tournament was definitely the move, bro. It has all of our interest, man, and they're introducing new guys from NXT like this. It's just an all-around great thing. Top it off the show with a disappointing thing, in my personal opinion. Asuka and Kairi Sane versus Charlotte and Alexa Bliss for the Women's Tag Team Championship. Match was really decent up until I saw Nia Jax on my television screen and Lash Legend. That is the cringiest name of all time. I don't care. Lash Legend. That needs to change immediately. But they are a pretty dominant tag team, so they distract Alexa, they distract Charlotte, allowing for the Kabuki Warriors to win the tag titles. I was like, man, that's low-key disappointing. I liked Charlotte and Alexa, dude. I actually did. I was invested in them. I liked them as Women's Tag Team Champions. Then after the match, they looked for just a beatdown on Charlotte and Alexa. Charlotte and Alexa get a little backup in the form of Rhea and Io Sky. It ends in a brawl, just like William Regal would. War Games! And this heavily has my interest, because here we are again. There's 4 over here, Lash Legend and Nia Jax. Just imagine that they're right there. And there's 4 right here, so who's going to be the 5th member for each team? We will find out, but War Games, the buildup has begun, and I think we're all excited. If it wasn't for John Cena winning the Intercontinental Championship, my favorite moment would have easily been Nikki Bella turning heel, but I gotta give it to John winning the Intercontinental Championship as my favorite moment, and he's also going to get favorite match. Dom versus Cena, easily favorite match of the night. Ranking this Monday Night Raw, I'd give it an 8 out of 10. I thought it was a really good episode of Raw from Boston, Mass. Let me know your ranking down in the comment section down below. Without further ado, let's jump into the Blue Brand Friday Night Smackdown. Let's go. Let's see who LA Knight's opponent is. I'm so curious. Let's find out. Friday Night Smackdown from Albany, New York. The John Cena 16-man tournament continues here on SmackDown. Who was LA Knight's opponent? You guys are about to find out. Am I mad at WWE? Yes. You guys will find out why here in a few. But without further ado, let's talk about the Blue Brand Smackdown. Whole nother new setup. Let's get it. Opening with the show with an odd promo. So we had what we thought was going to be the face side of things for the War Games team when it comes to the women. Alexa Bliss, Charlotte, Rhea Ripley, and Io Sky. They were all out in the ring, and I was like, here we go. They're probably going to introduce their 5th member, right? No! Charlotte walks out on the group. I was like, what? Charlotte says she doesn't want to be a part of this because she has too much beef and history with Rhea Ripley. But with Charlotte, War Games is a match where you just put all your differences aside and you fight next to a team. Charlotte, she didn't get the memo, so she kind of just walked out. I feel like Charlotte's going to ultimately come around low-key. But yeah, they should have just revealed the 5th member here. We all know Charlotte's going to team with this team at War Games. I literally bet my YouTube channel on it. Later in the night, Kabuki Warriors, Lash Legend, and Nia Jax would attack them all backstage. But Charlotte. This is one of the many wrong decisions that WWE made on this episode of SmackDown. So, it was a match here in the John Cena Farewell Tournament. Jey Uso went one-on-one with The Miz. And let me just say, it was a breath of fresh air watching The Miz wrestle in a match against Jey Uso. I don't know why. Just watching The Miz wrestle in this match, it felt great. He's still got it. I don't know why they don't give Miz another push here. Like, while they still have him. History that The Miz has with John Cena going into this match against Jey, I thought WWE was going to go the route Miz wins. They did not. Jey Uso picks up the victory with a splash and beats The Miz. Wrong decision, in my opinion. The Miz has so much more history with John Cena. He even hit a 5-knuckle shuffle in the match. I was like, oh my gosh, bro, how are you going to knock Miz out? Round 1, yes, I get it. It's Jey Uso. But come on, man. The Miz should have won this. So Tommaso Ciampa wanted to answer the United States Championship Open Challenge against Ilya Dragunov. Again, for whatever reason, Ilya Dragunov keeps ducking Tommaso Ciampa. Low-key, I think he's afraid of him. I think he's afraid to fight Ciampa. He ducked him with Gargano, and now he's ducking him this week with Axiom. So Dragunov fights Axiom one-on-one. Match was amazing. It really was. This like reversal springboard DDT by Axiom was absolutely mind-blowing. Dragunov would retain the United States Championship with the H-bomb. It's just crazy to me. They're calling Ciampa crazy. They're calling him names, but at the same time, I'm kind of on Ciampa's side here. Dragunov is afraid of Ciampa. He keeps ducking him, and I have no clue why. I think he's afraid of losing to him. After the match, Tommaso Ciampa attacks Axiom. Why are you attacking Axiom? Wouldn't you attack the man that declined your match? Frickin' Ilya Dragunov, Ciampa? What are you doing? This doesn't make sense. Yes, I understand he quote-unquote took your match, but who gave him that match? Ilya Dragunov. You should have attacked Dragunov, not Axiom, you idiot. Sami Zayn is not happy with the MFT. Sami Zayn makes his entrance here, just bashing the MFT, talking about how they've been wreaking havoc here on the past couple episodes of SmackDown, and they have been, but the MFT is boring. They are the most boring faction, I believe, in the history of WWE. So Solo and the MFT are going to interrupt Sami Zayn here, but at the time, Solo thought that Sami Zayn was not medically cleared, but Sami broke the news to Solo and said, you know what, I am medically cleared, Solo, and I came with a little backup in the form of MCMG, Shinsuke Nakamura, and Rey Fenix. So they fight off the MFT. It looked like they were about to put a beating in on Sami Zayn, but they did not. Sami's medically cleared, and we have a 5-on-5 traditional Survivor Series match coming up soon here on SmackDown. It's going to be MFT versus Sami, MCMG, Shinsuke, and Rey Fenix. It's going to be a banger of a match, and it's traditional. It's not going to be War Games. It's literally a 5-on-5 elimination match. That's going to be a fun one. But as far as the MFT, bro, get them off my television screen. They are so boring. Anybody else see Uncle Howdy behind Solo Sikoa earlier in the show as well? Oh, the moment I've been waiting for all week. Who will LA Knight's mystery opponent be in the John Cena Farewell Tour tournament? It was Zack Ryder. No, it wasn't Matt Cardona. It was Zack Ryder. I popped so hard for this, bro. I had my reaction on the channel. Some people called it a fake reaction. That was 100% authentic. I don't know what y'all were talking about, but I was shocked as crap to see Zack frickin' Ryder pop out here under the name Zack Ryder. Obviously, he's been going by Matt Cardona for a while here. So he pops out, fights LA Knight, and I'm like, WWE, do not mess this up. Don't mess this up. Don't mess this up. Don't let Zack Ryder lose this match to Trash A Knight. And what does he do? He loses. I was like, what are you doing, WWE? Why would you bring Zack Ryder back on SmackDown national TV and he loses his first match back on the main roster? I was like, what are you doing? This was such a goofy decision in my opinion. I thought it was a joke. I was like, no, Zack Ryder did not just get pinned. BFT for the win. LA Knight advances in the tournament. Wrong decision. Wrong decision. I don't know if Zack's sticking around or if this was like a one-time thing. It could have been a one-time thing. I don't know. If it was a one-time thing, I understand why Zack lost, but if it's not a one-time thing, bro, horrible decision in my opinion. Jade Cargill's got me worried, guys, with her women's championship run. I'm bored. I know it's only her first match as women's champion, but she fought BFAB one-on-one, and this wasn't the move. Jade dominates BFAB, obviously picks up the victory. After the match, Michin comes out, and basically Jade just says, I want you next. Probably going to be Michin versus Jade next week. And I am uninterested. I was way more interested as Tiffany Stratton as women's champion. Jade, you better turn it up, man. This is really boring. If I am Bronson Reed right now, I am pissed off. Bronson Reed had a WWE Championship match in the main event of SmackDown. He fought Cody Rhodes. Yeah, he literally got a title match against Cody Rhodes. And it turns into a disqualification, and bro acts like he doesn't even care. Yes, I understand that WWE is building to War Games. I understand that, and I love that. But at the same time, why make this match for the WWE Championship if it's just going to turn into a disqualification, dude? That's insane to me. Bronson Reed should hate Paul Heyman. He should hate Braun Breaker. He should hate Logan Paul. And he should hate Drew McIntyre for causing a disqualification in his main event championship match. That is insane. He had an opportunity at the WWE, the best title to win in WWE, and it turned into a disqualification. Bronson Reed should be the most angry man alive. But anyways, that match turns into a DQ after we saw the Vision run out, and then Drew McIntyre, who keep in mind is suspended, he was suspended last week, runs down, and he's going to be a member of the Vision's team in War Games. And Drew's done this before. He's teamed with the Judgment Day before in War Games, so he's had some history in War Games, which is pretty cool. I'm totally fine. Drew popping out. I think that's great. Bronson Reed, bro, if you want some attention to detail in this story, he should bring up to Heyman next week. He should say, Heyman, dude, you interrupted my match. I had an opportunity at the title. You better watch yourself. That would be great attention to detail from Reed if they really wanted to turn this up. But no, they're just going to continue to War Games. But who's going to be the 5th member? And like I said, I love Drew being here. This is great. This is really cool. Just if Bronson Reed isn't mad next week about them DQing his match, that is just insane to me. The Usos did come out. They had a pretty cool 1D on Logan Paul. It was a pretty cool fight. It was. And topping it off with more John Cena farewell tournament matches. It's going to be Carmelo Hayes versus Bronson Reed next week on SmackDown, which I am really looking forward to. If WWE was smart, they'd give that to Carmelo Hayes. You guys better not make the wrong decision there. And it's also going to be Penta versus Finn. That should be an easy dub for Penta, I think. Keep the tournament going. I've been loving the tournament matches. They've been really, really decent. Just a lot of wrong decisions, man. Zack Ryder and Miz, just to name a few. Oh, WWE, I don't get you guys sometimes, seriously. A lot of wrong decisions made here on this episode of SmackDown. Great potential for big things if they would have gave Miz that victory. If they would have gave Ryder that victory. If they would have had Ciampa attack Ilya instead of Axiom. Just big potential, but they flopped. This episode of SmackDown was mid. I loved the Zack Ryder return. That is my favorite moment. My favorite match is Miz versus Jey Uso. And ranking the show out of 10, since they missed so much, I'm gonna have to give it a 6 out of 10. Big potential, but they flopped it. If you guys watched all the way to the end, comment down below last real champion. I'll see you guys next time. Much love, praise the Lord. Brett out.